So I thought I would share a little bit about winter running because today the temperature has really dropped. It was like 0 or 1 degree when I left the house, so pretty chilly, pretty frosty. Um, Ice on the car windscreen if I was driving, but fortunately I could run from my front door. It's still looking pretty autumnal out here. In fact, the colours have only really just started to change here, but the temperature has dropped. So I thought I would talk a little bit about running in winter or running in cooler temperatures. So firstly, I was going to talk about my go-to kit. So when it's really cold, I have a little ear warmer thing because I find that hats are actually too warm. I always get too hot if I wear a full hat, but this way heat can escape, through the top of my head, but it keeps my ears warm and is really helpful to get out the door. Another go-to piece of kit for me is a buff. It's just really nice to keep your neck warm. It helps me keep my shoulders relaxed, so there's not so much tension, making running easier. And when it's really cold, you can pull it up over your nose and mouth, so it helps warm up the air, which just helps a bit make breathing more comfortable. The other thing, a nice pair of gloves. My hands are cold at the best of times, so gloves just really help. Sometimes you think you need gloves and you don't, but one glove can make all the difference. Today it's a 2-glove day though. I also have this rather smart gilet on. Again, it just gives an extra layer, keeps your core body warm. Don't often need it, but I thought I'd wear it today because yeah, it's just really cold. And then long sleeves of course, and I've got leggings on. I think the other thing to consider is if you're trail running, obviously at this time of year can be a little bit muddy, so maybe some trail shoes to give you that little bit of extra grip, make you feel a bit more steady on your feet. Just helps, but yeah, you still have to just run through the mud. You also don't want to forget to consider fueling and hydration in particular. Because the temperatures are cooler, we don't often feel as thirsty, but keeping hydrated is still really important, and your body really needs it. So do make sure you're hydrated before, during and after your run. When it's warm anyway, you shouldn't wait till you're thirsty. You need to keep those levels topped up. But when it's cooler, it can be harder to remember to drink enough, so make sure you're drinking, getting those fluids in, and fueling your run, of course. If you're running for longer times and distances, then make sure you've got enough fuel with you to keep your muscles happy, to keep your brain happy, and to keep your run happy. And then what else to consider in the cooler temperatures? Warm up is really important all the time, but especially when it's cold out there, because you really do need to get that body temperature up, warm your muscles up, to help avoid injury and just to make your running feel more comfortable. So you can warm up at home inside, all the usual things. You'll just get nice and warm and feel ready to run when you get out there. So again, you can keep that temperature, and you won't wear too many layers, so you won't have to then shed your layers as you're running out and about. But the benefits, look at, beautiful day today. It's not always like this, obviously, but on days like this you really want to make the most of it. So if you're prepared and do a good warm-up, have an idea of what kit to wear, it's just going to make it much easier and much more pleasant to get out there and run, and that's what we want. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll be happy to help. Enjoy your running.